Good morning, Les. All right, so let's get this craft in the air.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Thought it might be good to do a timer this time. I need to go stop my timer though. Please bear with me one moment while I step over here. Okay, I got you. Dismiss that. Okay. I'm glad I gave myself a little bit of extra time this morning because my the battery that was in the craft was down to 59%. I don't recall flying it and not charging, but there you go. Anyway, good morning, folks. Hey, Help at Home Jim. Thanks for joining. Camero Konbanwa. Got it right the first time. Hey, Les, how are you? Okay, so we are at, we're pointed in the wrong direction, I know that for sure. 120 feet, and we're looking toward the west. Let's correct that right away via the south. Wow, look at those mountains, don't you wish? Anyway, looks like we're going to have the kind of partly cloudy day, sunrise, that we absolutely love. Look at them rays! Look at that dynamic range. All right, let's go to automatic here if we're not there already. I am not recording. Let's get into here and here and just make sure that I'm no good at this. Can you tell? Finally turned my histogram on. Let's see, where is that setting? White balance, there we go. It's on automatic. And we're not going to need cloudy today, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go with sunny. There we go. And change that exposure down a bit, maybe. So back to here. Need to move that out of my way first. There we go. And back to here. And maybe drop that exposure just a tad to there. There we go. That's looking pretty good to me. Dismiss the ambient light too weak signal. All right, so Les, good morning again. Peter Carroll, thanks for joining. All right. So I hope everybody's all set for a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you've had a wonderful Sunday, Camero and Peter. Things are looking pretty good here. I'm late for a very important date. Welcome, Mr. Drone Bum. No one is ever late to my class. Ever. Have you dug out the winter clothes yet? Yeah. Southern Belle, wow, good morning. I know that you are somewhere in Georgia. I don't know where, but thanks for joining. I think this may be the first time I've seen you on a live stream. So, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are looking toward approximately where the sunrise should occur in about 12 minutes. And I'm thinking just a tad to the right, like that maybe. And we have some clouds on the horizon, just where we want them. And we have not much else at the moment. Let's go ahead and point the camera down somewhat and take a look at Fayetteville, Georgia. Well, actually, Fayetteville is a little further up the road, but yeah, don't want to miss that sunrise though. So we'll just let the camera, let me see if I can dial that in. Dial that in just a tad. There we go. We don't want to wash out the sun when the time comes. Somebody remind me. There we go. So that's too much. See, this is why I don't play with these things. I spend all my time playing with that and then don't do much else. So, Brian, True Dawn Reviews, where are you? And Southern Belle, you need your Smurf clothes. Hang on, fixing that for you. You are now a Smurfy. True Drone Reviews, there you are, Brian. Good morning, sir. Thanks so much for joining. All my loyal, dedicated fans, thank you. All right. This battery says 77%. I have a feeling it reached its 10-day mark and was on its way down a little bit. I have another one that's fully charged as of last night. And then that's my extent of batteries. Uh-oh, am I actually buffering or is it just my phone? I'm going to test that, get out of this, come back in, and looks like it was just my phone, I hope. Mr. Bell, Rodney, thanks for joining, sir. Fly Natural is fogged in and won't be going up this morning. Les, are you game, sir, to fill in the able shoes of Mr. President? No one else will have us. Yes, you tried all the other channels and I'm the only one who'd let you in, huh? Well, that's okay. You're welcome here. You are welcome here, Les. You gonna fly for Mr. Natural? You have an open invitation, sir. Back that exposure off just 1 point. As the sun gets a little bit higher in the clouds. You're fogged in too. Well, Les, I appreciate that. I know you got rained out yesterday, and I don't know that because as a dedicated fan, I was sitting there waiting for you to go live. I apologize. Yesterday, my morning was dominated by our grandson, and today he's still here, but he's sleeping. So I have these few minutes to spend with yous folks, yous guys. No fog here. Where are you, RoboCop? And by the way, good morning, RoboCop. So we have about 8 minutes to sunrise. I encourage you to do that, Southern Belle. That's I know it took me a while to actually post something that was that I felt like I could make public. It took me a while longer, a long while longer to get up the gumption to go live. So, Queensland, Australia. Well, I'm afraid it's a little bit late, or is it early for a sunrise over there right now? Sunset's already passed, isn't it? I think. I get so confused when we drop to that southern hemisphere. I don't know. I think the time zones run backwards down there. I don't know. Do you guys south of the equator, do you guys get younger as time goes on, or do you get older? I've never known this. I understand, Southern Belle. 9:45 p.m. Yep, sunset. And you're coming up on summer. Yeah, I'm glad I got the gumption too. You had a lot to do with that, Mr. Bob. I don't know if you noticed, I never went live until I was on your live stream. You know that folks, that was, let's see, 2 weeks shy of a year ago that Mr. Drone Bum and PhillyDroneLife and I were all on the same live stream, and it survived. And so did YouTube for a week. A week later, YouTube crashed, and we're not claiming any responsibility whatsoever. Any songs today? Well, you know what? I was actually thinking about doing one of my favorites that I used to hear you know what? I never heard the original of this until recently. Actually, just earlier this week, I listened to it for the first time. But I've always heard my uncle and my sister do it. It's called Flesh and Blood. Beside a singing mountain stream where the willow grew, where the silver leaf of maple sparkles in the morning dew, I braided twigs of willow, made a string of buckeyed beads. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you're the one I need. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you're the one I need. I leaned against the bark of birch and I breathed the honeydew. Saw a northbound flock of geese against the sky of baby blue. Beside the little pads I carved a whistle from a reed. Mother Nature's quite a lady, but you're the one I need. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you're the one I need. A cardinal sang just for me, and I thanked him for his song. Then the sun set slowly down the west, and I had to move along. These are some of the things on which my spine and spirit feed. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you're the one I need. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you're the one I need. So when the day was ended, I was still not satisfied, for I knew everything I touched would wither and would die. Love is all that will remain and grow from all these seeds. Honeysuckle flower is sweet, but you're the one I need. Flesh and blood needs flesh and blood, and you're the one I need. Sorry it's so short, but I really like that song. That's a Johnny Cash song. No, it's Johnny Cash. It's a country song. It sure sounds like an Irish folk song, doesn't it, though? It's part of what I like about it. I love that kind of music. A niece of mine did an Irish song. I'm pretty sure it's Irish. Oh my goodness, that thing, it must have gone on for 15 minutes. It was lovely though. I absolutely loved it. It was a song about so many bad things happening to this person, and you didn't know until the very end that they're all excuses for not being at work on time. It was so good. I can't recall the name of it, but I won't bore you guys with it because I don't think we could survive a sunset. I don't think the batteries last long enough. That song was amazing. Anyway, I'm dropping the exposure down because looks like the sun is about to kick up. Let's raise that camera a bit. And we are at 376 feet, folks. I can't go much higher than that at the moment. Love the mountain-like view out there. That's pretty amazing. I tell you, you guys, some of you know, I went out last week 2 weeks ago to Utah. First time ever I've been in the West. And oh my, Oh my, so many amazing things to see. I'm planning to go back in the spring. But we were so rushed. We were showing our niece from Shanghai the West, and 2,200 miles in what was it, 6 days, I think. There was just no time for, or very, very limited time for drone flying, because it was all driving. But we went from Yellowstone. Actually, we started in Salt Lake City, drove to Yellowstone, and then drove back to Salt Lake City. That's a 5-hour drive each way, so we lost a lot of time there. But anyway, so we went basically from Yellowstone to Las Vegas, and the Grand Canyon, and so many things in between. Just amazing. I have so many stories. In Yellowstone, it's no accident that our niece chose that time to go, because October the 1st is China's National Day, and like our July the 4th, but they always get a week off. And believe it or not, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not prejudiced, but the Yellowstone National Park was probably 2/3 Chinese people. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. Everybody decided to go there at the same time. But anyway, my story. I was, Yellowstone has a lot of hot springs, and I was curious. You have this water that's flowing out of the hot springs, and it's so cold outside, water coming down these mountains. And I said before about how there was ice right next to a hot spring, and just within inches of each other it seemed like, and it doesn't seem like either of them has an effect on the other. It's kind of amazing. But anyway, I was curious about that water temperature, and so I finally found a place where the walkway that they had built was very, very low and very close to the ground. So within a couple of inches, you had that water down there, and it got to me so much. I started to reach down there, and I heard all these "Danshin, Danshin," these Chinese people. So of course, that means, "What an amazing-looking man." No, actually, it means be careful. But anyway, when I touched the water, I said, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Then about 50 Chinese people flocked to test it for themselves. It was funny. I got a kick out of that, but they would nothing to do with it until somebody had experimented, and then they wanted to test it. It was funny. Oh well. I'm pleased easily, as you can tell. Danny boy, would that be Mr. Hargrave? Let me back up here. I have missed a lot, folks. Wow, have I missed a lot. Caught up in myself again. I haven't decided what I want to say. Okay, I remember reading that. Any songs today? Don't encourage him, Jim. Sorry, Peter. I should have warned you. Stupid phone. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was Johnny Cash, Jim. He wrote a lot of really good songs. He also wrote that one I did many, many weeks ago called, I think the name of it, 6 Foot. No, that's the thing about love. 6'6", standing on the ground, weighed 235 pounds, but I saw that giant of a man brought down by a thing called love. Ain't the kind of man to gamble on luck. He'll look you in the eye and he'll never back up, but I saw him crying like a little whip pup because of love. Can't see it with your eyes, hold it in your hand, but like the wind it covers this land, strong enough to rule the heart of any man, this thing called love. It can lift you up, it can let you down, take your world, turn it all around. Ever since time, nothing's ever been found stronger than love. Most men are like me, they trouble and doubt, trouble their minds day in and day out, too busy with living to worry about this thing called love. But when I see a mother's tenderness as she holds her young'un close to her breast, I thank God this world's been blessed by a thing called love. Can't see it with your eyes, hold it in your hand, but like the wind it covers this land, strong enough to rule the heart of any man, this thing called love. It can lift you up, it can let you down, take your world and turn it all around. Ever since time, nothing's ever been found stronger than love. There we go. Wendell's new Johnny Cash video. No. Sorry about your troubles with the phone, Drone Bum. That's no good. You know what? I don't see Rick Halber in this. Uh-oh. We're at 19% battery, folks. I'm going to lower that warning. And Les, I don't think I heard from you. Hang on a second. Let me take care of this battery. I don't think I heard from you about... Did I do it? No. Oh, there it went. Whether you're going to go up, there's the sun! There's the sun! Do a little Mikey for us because we didn't get any Mikey today. There's the sun! Oh, 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 oh! There's the sun! Look at that dynamic range! Where is Mikey? I know he was in the chats earlier. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. We can drop that exposure some more, folks. For those who are paying attention. Maybe about like that. Looking pretty good. All right, so why does my phone keep going blank? All right, that's our 15%. Fun's done. Fun's done. Yeah, let's see. Hey Jerry, I'm gonna make you blue before you go. Now you're blue. Thanks for joining. Sorry I didn't see you before. I don't know how long you've been here. 7:51. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to bring...
low battery.
Yeah, I have no choice. It's coming down and... Okay, Les, you have fog. We have a pretty sky. I am just going to bring this craft down in a hurry. We will change batteries, if that's all right with you. And I'm looking up at the craft, I'm not looking at the screen. So if it's not pointed correctly, I apologize, folks. All right, so let's put her right here for a minute. And point the camera down like that. And zoom out like that. And say, howdy do, in case we have some problems with our next battery. And the battery swap. All right, so bear with me. I need to go inside to get that battery. One moment. Nobody walks away from the light. Dennis does. All right, so we're going to power this one up. So we have here a fresh battery. See that? Okay, so now off you go. Fix it. Hopefully that fixed it. Are we live yet, folks? Tell me, are we live yet? I hope. Let's try this. It says we're live. That's from before, though.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
We're at 185 feet. Oh, I think we survived. I think we're back. Fantastic. So let's go zoom back in on that sunrise. Like that. And of course I didn't record this. So before I was so rudely interrupted by a battery change, I think that I had begun to mention that I'm drinking from Rodney Bell's cup. So that is not true. I'm drinking from the cup that Rick Halber gave me. Excuse me, Rick. Excuse me, Rodney. All right, so yeah, we're back live again. Good deal. So lift off in 30, I hope that's 30 minutes and not seconds, Mr. Hope. By the way, welcome. I don't think I saw you before. Thanks for joining. No Rosé and no Mr. No Less Fink. So, yeah, you're next, Chris. We got a beautiful sunrise this morning, folks, and I am not recording it. Oh, well, it will be recorded in YouTube live stream fashion. There you go. Bold sun, that's right. Son that knows what he's up to, knows what he wants. I kind of like the fog that's down there too. Let's back off that camera a little bit. Looking pretty good, I think. Chris, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were searching for Ussens. Chris, I truly hope you get feeling better. You've been sick for far too long. We will be sure to include you in our prayers this morning and going forward. Far too long. I think you said 5 weeks. That's too long. Let's see, is there anybody who's not blue in the house? Guess not. That's good. So I'm happy to be able to bring you a pretty sunrise. I tell you what, Drone Bum delivers us sunrises even when he doesn't have any. How about that, man? He's pretty amazing. He is flat out amazing. He started streaming Sunday sunrises. Was that August? Was that July? Mr. Bum? Anyway, not this year, last year. And he has given us a show of some sort, rain or shine, every Sunday since. Amazing, amazing man. He's the one who started this. And then I don't know who it was. Somebody said, wouldn't it be cool if we followed the sun from east to west? And yeah, so that's how we got where we are. Ron Brown, welcome, sir. Oh, Rodney, I hope not. Yeah, it wasn't long ago you celebrated a year. I know that's true. Pretty sure it was August myself, but I think early August. But anyway, regardless, you've done yourself proud, sir. So, I don't have anything else prepared. We'll just stare at the sunset. This is what I do. Yeah, I just sit on my roof and stare at the sunset. Then I turn around and stare at the sun. Oh, what am I talking about? Sunset. Where am I again? Oh, that's right. It's morning. This is the sunrise. Anyway, yeah, I sit on my roof and I watch the sunrise, and then I turn around and I watch it set. Then I go to sleep. That's my day. Of course it is. Isn't everybody's day like that? Ron, I'm sorry I couldn't be at SpinUp this year. It was that, I'm going to blame my niece, but I'll do it lovingly. It was great to have her here. And I wouldn't miss it for the world or for SpinUp. But next year, I hope to be there again. It was good to be there a year ago. Chris is going up 7:30. Thank you, Chris. So, what do I know that I haven't done? Fishy, fishy in a brook. An Adrian thing. Daddy catch him on a hook. Mommy fry him in a pan. Baby eat him like a man. Oh, it's time to come down and go to sleep, folks. Well, thank you, Mr. Baum. I appreciate that. I hope you get over that real soon, Rodney. I tell you what, when I came back from Utah, my back was absolutely inflamed. It kept me in bed for most of a week. That always happens for a little while when I have a cold or flu coming on. And I think I had a little bit of a cold coming on, but this time it really set me back. But anyway, that's enough of that yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm better now. I still have the sniffles, but otherwise, I froze for a second. Not that cold. Oh, no spleen. Wow. I don't think I know anybody who's had that. What do you call that? A spleenectomy? No. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know anyone who's had that done. Look at the little puffs of fog on the ground. I know I like those. So we've seen the sun. Why don't we go focus on those things? Let's see. We have 66% battery. And soon the clouds will start diminishing. In fact, as a matter of fact, we're going to Smoky Mountains today. I will take the drone with me. We're hoping to catch some fall color. I know we're going to be a little bit early in the season, but the point about the clouds is that when we have less clouds, I can fly further away. So we're just going to go explore here for a little bit, leave the sun behind us so we can see what we're up to. We're about to cross 54. And it's those trees right there that usually give me fits. We're at 231 feet, folks, so don't get worried. I'm just zoomed in a little bit so it looks like it's... No, I'm not zoomed in at all. It is that close. But no, it's not as close as it looks, because, yeah, I just lost signal. Yeah, we're going to back off. We're going to go back home like a little scaredy cat. We'll give you a show in the wintertime. Sorry about that, folks. No, you didn't. You were just silent, Dennis, love lady. I don't know what I said. Anyway. All right. so we're nearly home. All right, folks, I'm not going to torture you anymore. You've been tortured enough. What I will do, once I get to, that's 34 feet from home, just shoot forward here. 3.7 feet from home. How about that? What was I going to do? We'll come down. Oh, I was going to adjust the camera a little bit more. So just get some of that. Yeah, it's starting to get too dark. Howdy, neighbor.
Good morning.
How are you? All right, so folks, I won't torture you anymore. I have enjoyed being with you, talking with you, such as it is. You scared me, Dan. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare anybody. Incredible sky, that is true. Anyway, yep, that's it. So let's bring her down. And folks, thanks again so much for joining, for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. I know that you have choices, and while I do, I'm forced to question your judgment. I really appreciate the choices that you've made. So let's just point this thing back down and focus in on that. Whoa, let's go forward, not backward. Actually, I'm not moving at all. That's camera zoom. So thanks again so much for joining. I really appreciate it. And getting all set for winter, huh? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.